He's earned Michelin stars, been awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and is considered one of the most influential people in the world. But Chef José Andrés is most comfortable whipping up a simple meal at home, where he's in conversation with our Kelefa Sanneh.
Okay, Kay. So today you are a lucky day. Usually we don't do this in my house.
You don't typically find Chef José Andrés at home. Often he's wherever there's trouble.
Again, we're going through very high water.
Feeding survivors of wars or natural disasters. He's founder of World Central Kitchen.
It needs to be very quick. Pa, 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 boom.
The 15-year-old nonprofit.
Today is a happy day because...
But here, outside Washington, where he and his wife raised 3 daughters,
nothing makes me call home more than tortilla española.
José Andrés, world-renowned chef, is making me a tortilla española, or a Spanish omelet.
I can turn it in the air, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't wanna make a fool of myself. So I'm gonna do this. Oh, I did it! I f***ed it up in front of TV. Okay, so I changed the name of the recipe. But look at this. Oh my God. Do you see? It's very like a crab, like
yeah.
It's like a crab in one side, but what happens inside? Take a look.
Still soft
It's
inside.
still very soft.
In the kitchen and in his own life, Andrés keeps going, correcting mistakes and savoring triumphs along the way. He explains it all in his new book, Change the Recipe.
You don't like to sit around agonizing over the next decision.
If you don't move, you will learn nothing. Even if you're going in the wrong direction, you are already moving. You are already learning.
His education began in his parents' kitchen in Spain.
For me, food always equal happiness, equal celebration, equal friends.
He brought the celebration to America. In 1993, he helped launch a restaurant in Washington called Jaleo, which served tapas, small portions meant to be shared.
Tapas, which was a great way to spread what the Spanish cooking was, one small plate at a time.
Were you having to explain to American diners, here's how tapas works? You guys are gonna have to share.
Well, yes and no. In the early days, I think a big message of sharing is happiness. You know, if somebody doesn't like sharing, I say it's the 20-inch solution. Bring the plate in the middle of the table, 20 inches towards you, then raise your fork, raise your knife.
Claim
this is
your
my
plate.
castle, and you're not touching my plate.
In 2003, he opened Minibar by José Andrés, a tiny but ambitious restaurant that earned 2 Michelin stars for its imaginative, sometimes futuristic food.
I get the sense there's part of you that loves these traditional, simple, humble dishes, and there's part of you that likes to experiment.
Tradition is everything. It's very important. But we need to remember that the traditions of today were the modernity of the past. And that the things that we think are very almost science fiction type of things will be the traditions of tomorrow. Thank you for coming. How was your meal?
The José Andrés Restaurant Group now includes nearly 40 restaurants across the country. Andrés stepped back from the company last year to focus on his many other projects, including books, TV shows,
Let's say a politician of either
and
party.
his Global Food Institute at George Washington University.
We make sure that one day we'll have a president that'll be a food president. Because if we solve those problems, all of a sudden, everything else seems much easier.
I'll be the food president.
You will. I'm voting for you.
But he admits that shuttling between his many enterprises and his humanitarian work can be a struggle.
Me, every time I come back from those missions, and it's hard to come back because a part of your brain will always be there.
But it's an unusually big difference for you. You're getting food to some of the most desperate people in the world, but also at your restaurant, you're serving some of the finest food in the world.
Well, that's what gets sometimes hard. When you come back and then you have to go to minibar, you're 2-star Michelin. But at the end, there's no guiltiness on that. Life must go on. And it's okay to be enjoying a high meal or cooking for your friends with great wines in your house. And at the same time, remind yourself that there are people that they are not as lucky as you are, and that we must do something for them.
Since 2010, World Central Kitchen has been going into natural disasters, feeding the hungry using local ingredients and local infrastructure. It's best known because Andres is out front.
By 2017, Hurricane Maria hits Puerto Rico, and you serve 4 million meals.
Well, Maria was really right before was Irma. Houston was Irma, right? I was there 2 weeks. A week later, I am landing in San Juan.
In 2024, World Central Kitchen served more than 109 million meals in 20 countries. Man-made disasters can make the work even harder.
How do you operate in a war zone without taking sides?
There's no sides. We don't take sides. We feed people. When Israel was attacked by Hamas, we were feeding the people in the south, in all the kibbutz, and then we were there also in the north of Israel. At the same time, we went into Gaza. Yeah. Food and water is and must always be a universal right.
When you were in Gaza, you lost 7 people that were killed by an Israeli military strike in April of last year. And you said at the memorial, "We are all consumed with anger, regret, and sorrow." Did you have to put the anger to the side in order to keep doing the kind of work that you're doing?
When you lose somebody, and especially when it's people you love and they are so close to you, it makes you think, how are we going to be helping the world without taking some risk? Because people in their darkest hour, they're going to be alone. Fighting hate with hate is not the way. So are we going to be betting and investing in building longer tables for Israel to have a brighter future, for the people of Palestine has the future they deserve, for the people of the Middle East, for the people of the world, for the people of Ukraine.
At 55, José Andrés says he can't be everywhere, but maybe his organization and his philosophy can.
One of the biggest assets of humanity is that everybody has empathy within themselves that they don't even know. I didn't call it José Andrés Kitchen. This organization belongs to so many people.
Yeah.
It's not José Andrés feeding in Ukraine or feeding in Gaza or feeding in North Carolina. I've been there, but that was more the old days. Now I try to make sure I spend my time, even if anything, more wisely. But I have a hard time not going, personally, but I'm not worried because I know somebody else is there.